Hello! It's been 3 days since I picked up this camera. It is now past the middle of the week in our homeschool. So far we've done maths and we've been having a little bit of trouble again. Computer trouble this time, but not with my computer specifically. For the last few days it's been glitching. We like to stop and start the lessons a lot. We play like one sentence and we stop it and we write it down and we just process that one chunk of information and then we unpause it and then we let it go on for about another sentence and then we pause it again, we process that bit of information, we write it down, we make sure we've understood it, then we unpause it and so on and so forth for the whole lesson. And this works really well for us, but at the moment it's all right for a bit and then it starts going and it doesn't want to quite pause and then it eventually pauses and then you start it again and it's got a lag before it wants to get going again and then eventually it crashes and then the whole computer crashes and then I have to restart my computer. Well, it's been doing that all week, so I've just finally emailed Conquer Maths because it's a bit ongoing now and it's starting to muck us up a bit. We are just about keeping pace. Now, we redid all these because Izzy had done them on her own and I wanted to go through them again with her this time. So she definitely improved her score the second time round. We are not always managing to do a lesson a day and we were aiming for 4 lessons a week. So working on it for 4 days a week and 1 day of the week we go out every week. We've got like a routine and we meet up with our home educator friends. So on that day we wouldn't normally do maths, but we had to last week because we just didn't get it all done. So yeah, some of these lessons are much harder than others. Some are really straightforward and you literally sail through them in 20 minutes, get all the work done, finished. Some of them will take a couple of 1-hour sessions to get done. Well, we got the calculator back, by the way. I'm not convinced it's the same one. That looks like an older one to me and it's all scratched on the back, so I think she's lost it and found another one somewhere. But anyway, it seems to be working. Biology next. Oh, the fun and games we've been having with biology this week. It's that time. We're on week 6 now and it's time to revise all topics covered so far. And Southwest Science School decided it's time to just have a little introductory go at a mock, like a past paper, not in exam sittings. They said you can do it open book, you can look up every answer as you go if you need to, just see it as a studying exercise. It's not an exam, it's just getting used to the layout of the exam, seeing what sort of questions can be asked. Well, Izzy was not happy yesterday doing a mock. Oh no. We were doing it together, honestly, as I say, no exam conditions, but just the very thought of it being an exam paper freaked her out. So I spent a lot of the time just trying to go through all the points of terror that she could come up with while we had a chat and rationalising them and showing her how she could resolve these issues or how they, in most of the cases, weren't issues in the first place. She seems to think that examiners are enemies, they just want you to fail and they're there, they're waiting to catch you in a trap and they're written by the enemy. It's like how she's perceiving it at the moment. Anyway, practice makes perfect. I think a lot of it's fear of the unknown, so as far as I'm concerned that means we need to do it more. Anyway, so we're going to crack on today. The problem is with RIS and everybody else in the world is our performance is impaired by being stressed or anxious, so I definitely need to sort that out between now and the year after next when she does her exams. It is lunchtime now. We've got Izzy's food leftovers heated up in the microwave, mine on the stove. I don't know why, but she decanted hers out of the pan, put it into a bowl and put it into the microwave. We got to the end of the mini mock and oh boy, that was hard work. Isabel was very reluctant, shall we say, and still stressed out, but not anywhere near as bad as yesterday, so there was an improvement in her approach to it, I suppose. But yeah, she did not enjoy the process. Tomorrow we're going to go through the answers and see how she did. Now you can see what we had for dinner yesterday. Macaroni with a sort of veggie mincy, tomatoey jollop. So we're just going to reheat that for our lunch now, quick and easy. Don't want to spend loads of time on it. We're off out later. Oh, lunch break is nearly over. Isabel's been watching Colleen Vlogs, and I have as well. We quite like them, don't we? Scoffing lunch. Looks like she's made short work of that.
It was very yummy.
Right, Isabel. So, what did you think of your first go at a mock biology paper?
Never again, even though I'm going to do a lot more in the future. But it was not fun.
What were your initial thoughts? That's not very articulate, darling.
That was my thoughts. Sounded like a duck.
Have you got any change in your feelings from today and yesterday, or do you feel the same?
I don't think the questions were as bad as they were going to be. They were still bad, don't get me wrong. Don't like go in the comments thinking like, oh, she's clearly bragging about being a genius. I would just expect them to be much more difficult. But obviously they're going to get harder as we go along in the course.
No, they're not. That's the standard of a paper.
Well, it's not as hard as I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be like Einstein level.
What? You made a right old fuss.
Yeah, I know, but that's because I was feeling emotional.
So, how's the terror of the exam paper? Oh, charming. She's oh my goodness, she is very snotty today.
I'm very professional at vlogging, clearly.
Yeah, I know. Oh dear. I hope people aren't eating their dinner while they're watching this.
Well, they had a nice surprise.
Oh dear, it's descending into this. English now, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
English language. But anyway, right, I'll stop shoving a camera in your face now.
Yeah, it's really close.
Is your eye sore again?
No, it's fine.
Oh, it's
Don't
looking
film
watery.
everything.
Oh, too late. People are always giving you well wishes for your health. Oh, speaking of the health, are we going to tell them about, jabby?
Stabby time.
Stabby. Do you want to tell the...
You can tell them.
I'll tell them about it later then. We'll tell you about
I want
stabby again.
snack in the 10 minutes.
Yeah, you can have it. You want a bit of afters, do you?
Yeah, because dessert is better than desert.
Yeah? A real gem from Isabel this time, yeah.
Life mottos from Isabel.
Oh, my kitchen is horrible. Look at all that. Oh, my word. We've got like 10 minutes now before we're going to start back. I might just make a little dent in it and make coffee at the same time. Well, as you see, I have made a dent in it. Quite a big dent, in fact, not too much left. Now, late starting back with Izzy, though, that's the problem. Oh, she's at it again. We've been learning we've been revising about first person and third person in, fiction. Mm-hmm. But Isabel reckons she'd like to write a book in the second person.
Because nobody does it, and I want to do it just to spite everyone.
Well, go on then, how would it go?
Once upon a time, long, long ago, you lived in a village full of men and women who really liked baking. One day, you stumble across a goose who is pecking at some flour, and you think to yourself, this goose looks tasty. I'm going to take him home and cook him for a banquet. And then you grab the goose and you take it home to your basement, where you keep it there in very harsh conditions. And then, 2 hours later, your mother comes in and she says, "Excuse you! You forgot to do the dishes again!" And you feel a sense of shame. Chapter 2 will be said later. You have to read the book when it's out to find out what happens next.
Did you just make that up?
Yeah, I did.
Izzy's enjoying English language a lot more than biology this morning.
Yes, I am.
Go on then, read this bit of text.
Josephine, her sister, was kneeling before the closed door with her lips to the keyhole, imploring for admission. "Louise, open the door! I beg, open the door. You will make yourself ill." "What are you doing, Louise? For heaven's sake, open the door!" "Go away, I'm not making myself ill." No, she was drinking in a very elixir of life through that open window. The second she gets her camera out, I finish writing. That was a fail. I'm going to get some action shots. Fiddle around with the settings. Doop. Oh, I'm finished. She's finished now. But, folks, you're in luck because I have to write something over Tipex. Ooh, what a treat. I think I spelled that wrong again. Did I spell it wrong again?
Let's have a look. She had 2 G's in it last time as well as 2 N's.
Yeah. I get confused over the English language.
Yes, I know.
Difficult to spell.
It is. Very difficult.
And that's the T.
What?
It's a saying these days.
Oh, I've not heard of that one. That's that one done. Yay! We've got 15 minutes to get out, maybe 20 at a push, and we need to read Pride and Prejudice on the train going to Izzy's evening group / class. So again, I'm just going to pull out what I need. This is our resources tray. It's getting very messy, by the way. So I'm going to pull a couple of these out, pull out the pages I want, and put them in our schoolwork on the go folder, and put it in the bag. We are here. This is how far we've read. 214 pages, look. We're that much through it and that much to go. We are being very slow, apparently. There we are. See, that's my cunning trick. I'll pop that in there now. Well, we read for about half an hour on the train and it was going okay, but then Izzy came on with a bit of a pounding headache, so she's taking a bit of a break, and we've got our fingers crossed that she's going to be okay for her group. Not too headachy to still be listening to music, I see. Nothing. I don't think she's that bad. I think she just wanted to get out of doing English literature, but we're just going to have to make it up at the weekend. I'm trying to decide if I would have been better getting varifocals. We are heading back home. We've had dinner. Things didn't quite go according to plan. The group was cancelled. And Izzy came and had dinner with us. So we had a romantic meal for 3, which was very lovely. And now we're heading back home. I'm back home. We went to Tesco's on the way. I've got a load of shopping to put away. In Flute Cave at the moment, there's an invisible boyfriend, and he's having a look at my shelving to see how easy it is to do it, because I still haven't put it together. I've bought pumpkins from Tesco, so now I do not have pumpkins for Halloween, because quite often it ends up being a mad dash out at the last minute. I've got washing to hang out on the Era and loads of shopping to put away. So I'll do that now. But I shall not bore you with those details, so thank you so much for watching. Do give the video a like if you liked it, comment down any thoughts below, and hit the subscribe button to follow more of our adventures, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!